And so we return to Middle-earth Shadow of War. Here to continue the... Wow, I only did that 4 hours? About 5 hours and I beat the whole game of Gallagher? Anyways, so 5 hours in to the game, and I still haven't gotten very far. Last episode we did the Karnan quest, the introductory Karnan quest of fighting the 3-stage special animal encounters, I guess, because it wasn't really... It was far from actually functioning as a boss fight, but I called it a boss fight. So, we walked away from the Karnan boss fight where we found out that the forging of the new ring awoke a Balrog. And, well, we gotta go kill that Balrog in the name of Karnan. But first, I'm going to do this Hadir because I spawned at it. Which normally you can't do these until you complete them by... There's a Gondorian artifact. There we go. Shelob memory. I think this is another Ithilden, yeah. There's gonna be a... I think this is another... No, it's an artifact. This is an Ithilden, I think. No, this is the Barrows. Or I completely miss all of these. That's the Barrows. That's an artifact. So now, as it stands, we are tasked with... Actually, I think we have free roam to fast travel, so I can actually go finish the Karnan quest. No, I can't. So I did the Karnan quest. We can't continue that until we complete more stuff. But first, I'm going to show that each, I've mentioned, that each orc has a tribe. And, well, each captain at least. And those tribes have specific fancy monuments that they'll have. And you can climb up these monuments to their specific tribe. I think this is a feral tribe? No. Yes, it is a feral tribe. Interesting, because this is... The Overlord is supposed to be guaranteed for this, but okay. Anyways, so moving on through this, there's an Ithilden over here, which is what I'm after currently. Go grab this Ithilden. They can't attack you during this that little section. And then now I've got a crowd. Ow. Or I could just get shot. That works too. I could do that. And then I'll probably die. Or not, because I wiped out everyone. But I do that, and now this captain over here, who's a dark captain. I don't know any of his weaknesses. I don't feel like fighting him right now. Now that I'm actually fighting, like, I'm actually had it crushed into my skull in the fight against what's-his-face. Having the weaknesses of a captain are significantly more relevant in this game.
The old gods abandoned us and the music of the world was thrown
Because they completely break open the boss fight, and if you abuse them,
one dark lord
It's not a matter of, oh, it's the fight, you get bonus rewards when you exploit the weakness. When you exploit the weakness, it gets significantly better. And certain fights you can't really do effectively without doing exploiting the weakness of a captain. Since I'm on brutal, they're gonna adapt really fast, but that's beside the point. Alright, so now we're in Carnan's Forest. Animals will still attack you, as they do in at most games. In the rest of the game. The whole animals ignoring you if you ignore them. Yeah, that's only that was only a matter of in that mission. So I'm gonna go do that. I won't be doing online vendettas just yet because there's something in particular I want to do first. And that is there is a certain boss fight. There are the challenges for the gear is not fun on the gear you get from doing the online vendettas, but the gear itself is really nice. And if you wait till you're about level 60, I do believe, you don't have to do them because you'll get the gear at your level, if I'm not mistaken, and thus you don't have to do the challenges if you're already the max level of it.
I've had enough of your mouth, Bruise. So now I'm gonna kill you for all these orcs to see.
Always said you were an optimist. Know what that is, mate? It's about sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, all right, I'll have a go. I'm exactly the same way.
So that's Bruise the Chopper.
I like him.
He's very direct. And
Bruise.
he's immune to arrows and stealth. And he's a tank. Damaged by fire, beasts, and the sort. And so, there's no point in trying to leap onto him. He'll just throw you off. But this is Bruise the Chopper. He's kind of our introductory captain. And
Reckon you're going to skewer me. That little sword's good for a tickle, maybe. But you're gonna need more than that to take me down.
he's a Warmonger tank. He has the Warmonger gauntlets, but he won't actually use them. Because I don't think Olags can use them. There are only certain classes that Olags can actually do. And among those, most of the faction effects, most of the tribes, they don't actually get any bonuses for. But they do get class bonuses to an extent. I don't think you can have Olags be assassins, and also, yes, Olags can be captains, as you see with him. He's not that hard of a fight, yeah, because he's got the same plight all Olags have, which is you dodge under their legs every time, and then suddenly the fight is over. And so the goal here is to get these mooks down, because it's not hard to... They won't attack while you're dominating them, but the mooks can. And I can't use consume on Olags, as we've learned, so you have to actually go for the whole dominant. And then you push spacebar to recruit.
Right, Lord, Dark Lord. Same thing, really. End result starts me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
A fine addition to our army.
Name's Bruce. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my enemies. They will all follow eventually.
You want to plant your flag in Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a two-headed troll big as a mountain. Deadly smart. Which, because he'd have to be given the two heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron, and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
I'm not going to do this alone. Gather your troops.
Will do. Ooh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?
So, that's Bruce the Chopper. He's a quest-only captain, unfortunately, because he's kind of your Navi to the actual tutorial that you get, fortunately, with this game. You get an actual tutorial, too. The system on how you deal with captains. And yeah, so you get, oh hey, you can access this from here. So yeah, you've got Bruise the Chopper. What you can do, actually I don't know if I can.
Weakening enemy power.
Oh, army shift, siege upgrades. Yeah, you need to be level 45 to actually get all your assault leaders. So all I'm gonna actually go for is very few captains, because I don't need that many to do this. And dominating every captain is more trouble than it's worth, in all honesty. But first, we have a new perk available. And I'm getting this, finally. So I can do the ground finishers without having to block every single time. Because the ground finisher gets significantly faster now. That said, we're ready to go on to move on in the story. Witch King's Vision. You need more followers. First, I'm actually going to go deal with this Gondorian artifact. We'll look at Bruce's appendix entry later. But more importantly right now is this. Our first Numenorian artifact.
Every author seeks to inspire. Some seek to.
So now we've introduced to the new main meat. The bread and butter of this game's mechanics, which are the siege system. Defending against sieges if you're in control of the fort, or initiating the siege if you're not in control to capture the fort. And I honestly find it quite enjoyable despite being extremely monotonous. But the mechanics are fun. Simply on the principle that it's a fun... The gameplay of the game is really nice, so terrorize a captain is what I need. So I need a captain that has fears, and then to exploit those fears. That said, however, I think I'm just about ready for... let's go get... Yeah, let's go deal with the Witch King's Vision here.
The Nazgul have surely tracked us here.
They will find more than they bargained for.
So Nazgul have tracked us to Nurnen. So we gotta go fight some Nazgul. And this is part of Eltariel's quest.
Clean wounds, and they never unsheathe their weapons. This looks like Eltariel's work.
Well, she is indiscriminate. By the look of it, some of these would have made good followers.
We must find her before she eliminates all our potential recruits. Though if she did, we'd have little need of an army.
That's what I was waiting for Talion to say, if he was gonna say it, was that if you killed all the orcs, then we don't need an army now, do we?
If you were looking for ring wraiths, you're too late. But before I engaged him, he was speaking to an orc who was different than the others.
There are worms nearby. Perhaps
So this
they can
is
tell us what's going on.
an introduction to worms? Well, no, we had the worms introduced earlier.
You'd both do well to remember that.
Take out this archer. And then take out this guy. Well, dominate and find out the information.
Special orcs. What are they? They're called the Chosen. I don't know what they're chosen for.
And then we have him captured. Now, you can get the stealth kill on Olags, but you can't really do stealth dominates, unfortunately, on them. They'll throw you off before you can. Where are the archers? 'Cause apparently I'm supposed to be stealth dominating archers too. There's that
What
one.
is the purpose of the Chosen? Secure the hide here. It's something to do with the Seeing Stone. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, when I first did this, I had all the Hadir done. Which was not too difficult to do. And he's gonna try and murder me. So, I don't think your last chances reset if you go back into hidden.
Only the Shriekers know that the Chosen kill anyone else who gets close.
So we keep hearing about these Chosen,
You serve the Dark Lord no longer.
whatever they may be doing, and Galadriel just shot that dude. So now I'm lacking an archer to dominate. No. Alright, there we go. So, me fumbling with the parkour system aside, that's an archer dominated. Stealthily. And then promptly thrown off a cliff and killed. And Eltariel is just fighting them. Oh, that guy's dead too. Generally, the archers like to hide up on top of buildings. And I didn't actually let him live long enough to. Alright, so he is a worm. If you do the dominate from a distance, you'll still run over. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Auto draining or dominating a worm automatically activates the interrogation sequence. Which is something much better than what they did in Mordor, which was you had to grab them and then dominate them. And then dominate them again if you had already dominated them.
Then we must blind them.
Right now I'm currently looking for another archer to dominate in the name of this challenge, but I don't think I'm gonna find one.
I think I need more grog. Where'd the grog go?
There's a drunk orc down there. Yeah, that would appear to be the case, so I'm gonna miss out on that money. But oh well. Money is not as important in this one.
No one knows. When the captain's selected, the Shriekers send a worm to tell him where to go.
But you're a worm. You should know.
We must tell Eltariel what we know.
This need not concern her. We have our mission and she has hers.
Her mission is the destruction of the enemy that tracks us. The more information we share, the better.
Reach Altariel with still attempting to dominate archers, but I don't know if I'll find any that I can dominate on my way over. I won't. Oh well. No, on the archers kind of have like fletchings for their appearance with their map icon. Oh, and Eltariel's found in another pile of bodies. Those are captains.
The Witch King is using the Hydir to track the ring.
They extend the Palantir's reach. Orcs called the Chosen guard them.
And the enemy may hold the Palantir, but the Hydir themselves are vulnerable.
So, we make a design.
And now we dismantle it.
So, basically what they're saying is that the Hydir that we've been using for like our little telescope slash mini-map things, those are telescopes for the Palantir. So if we blind those by taking them over, we blind the Witch King as well. Theoretically, in practice, who knows? But more importantly, I have a new more importantly, I've acquired... Yeah, let's go with Brutal Aggression. So now we have unlocked Brutal Executions, which is... We have 2 bars of might, but unfortunately, activating one activates both. Unless we get the perk that lets us have 2 charges of might ready. Which is fully my intention currently. As that is very helpful to have. Because you can do 2 consumes to top off. Here's another Hydir to take over. Not too difficult. Just find the locations. Artifact. Shelob. Artifact. Ithilden. These last 2 are going to be artifacts. There we go. And that was all we needed. But more importantly, what we have available to us is... the ability to... We do not have the ability to fast travel yet. Okay then, so we're stuck here. So we have to keep advancing while we made progress on Eltariel's quest. We do not have the quest completed. This is... Ushak Dung Collector. And he's a berserker. Great. But he's got no immunities, so... I'm gonna try. It's probably gonna get me killed. But, who knows, it might work. And what that is doing the Shadow Strike.
Everyone gets a piece. Believe me, it's his.
And my goal here is not to actually go for... The goal is not to kill him as much as... Well, my goal is not to dominate this guy because he's got no immunities, which is... He's got no immunities, no beneficial things, because I think he's got a quick learner. That's about it. Enraged by mortal wounds. I need healing. So what am I gonna do for that? Let's go grab this Ithildin. And I'm gonna go check something. Also, I'm gonna end this episode here and come back when we finish this.